Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, because I know sometimes when I do different content, new people show up. Hi, my name is Bree. Welcome to the fam bam over here at the Third Eye Angel. I do all things natural hair, but I also love fragrance and I love sharing fragrance. So if you enjoy my fragrance videos as well as all of my other content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post, especially for videos like this. And leave me a like and a comment down below letting me know what you think. So today I am hitting y'all with my fall fragrance edit. I know you guys have been waiting on it and it's just been taking me a minute to get things done, y'all. I feel like somebody has a voodoo doll of me and has literally been sticking pins in it for like the last week and a half. Actually, a voodoo doll with me and my laptop in the hands, because it's like, not only have I been falling apart, but like my technology has been falling apart. Like it's a hot mess. So before I get into it, I really hope that this video is coming at you with the quality that I always film at, but I am going to have to edit on a different device. And I don't have all the capabilities that I do with my laptop. So hopefully there won't be any glitches or anything, but I know that sometimes when I edit on my phone or the iPad, there are glitches. So I'm crossing my fingers that there aren't. I have a ton of fragrances here. Y'all know fall is one of my favorite seasons. I'm a fall baby. October 23rd is my birthday. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be 27 and I'm gonna be coming out with all of my bad bitch fragrances. So if you are interested in hearing all of my top picks for fall, then just keep on watching. All right, guys, so before we get into anything, we're gonna start with, of course, Dossier Perfumes. Thank you so much to Dossier for partnering with me on this video once again. I have been working with them for over a year now, and I absolutely love the company. They're bomb, okay? They just let me be me, and they really appreciate moi, and I love that. If you are not familiar with Dossier, I have a whole video featuring my favorite Dossier fragrances. I did that some time ago, but Dossier is an inspired fragrance house. So they recreate some of your favorite designer and niche fragrances. And let me tell you, they do it well. They do it very well, okay? There are a lot of their versions that last better, project better than the original, okay? They are cruelty-free and made in France. The juice is super duper high quality. And what I love is that you can get your fragrance. They give you a little sample in your kit. You can try out the sample. If you love it, you can keep it. And if you're not a big fan, then you can return it risk-free. I have continued to have a discount code with them, so I will share it here on the screen, and I will leave my link as well as my coupon code in the description box below if you want to pick up any Dossier fragrances. So many of you have shopped through Dossier using my discount code. Thank you guys so much. It's not an affiliate code or anything, but thank you guys for supporting, and it makes me so happy every time you guys make a Dossier purchase and you were like, Bree, that is my ish. Now let's go ahead and get into these Dossier fragrances. These are my heavy hitters. They recently sent me this one, which is inspired by the Fireplace from Maison Martin Margiela, and this is woody chestnut. Top notes are pink pepper, orange blossom, and clove. Middle is chestnut, guaiac wood, and cade wood, and the base is vanilla, Peru balsam, and cedar wood. Of course, simple packaging, sturdy bottle, and magnetic tops. And I just really love that as they have continued to grow, I swear the caps get stronger. Every time I get a new fragrance, the caps get stronger. And this is absolutely stunning. This is a true woody fragrance. It's woody, it's sweet, it's a little spicy. This is like that simple go-to fragrance for fall and winter. If you want to smell bomb all fall and winter, you need to get this. By the Fireplace is probably one of the most popular fragrances from Maison Martin Margiela, and I actually don't own that one. I have Matcha Meditation, which I absolutely love. I don't own that one, and honestly, I don't know if I would pick it up because this is so spot on. I really don't think that I need to. Yeah, it's just a really beautiful, sweet, woody, spicy fragrance. You can't go wrong. This is going to be perfect on its own, or it'll do very well mixed with a lot of other fragrances in my collection, especially a lot of my favorite vanillas. And then this one, I have been pulling out a lot. It actually does relatively well in the heat, but I really love to pull this out during the fall and winter. This is inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, and it is Oriental Cherry. The top notes are cherry, almond, and cinnamon. The middle is clove, rose, jasmine, and plum. And the base is Peru Balsam, tonka, and vanilla. This is so spot on to Lost Cherry. It is absolutely 100% spot on. Like 100. I would say the only difference is that the almond in this, it has more of that roasted almond, which I love. So in a lot of ways, I actually do like this a little bit more, but more so specifically because the longevity is so much better. I feel like there's something about this DNA that it just doesn't last as long as you feel like it could. Because I've tried quite a few dupes, and I have had like decants of the original, and all of them, I feel like I have not gotten more than 6 hours wear of. This one I get about 6 hours of wear, and that is on the long end of this type of fragrance. It smells like something that should last literally for days, and it doesn't, and I don't know what it is about that. I feel like part of it is that something about that cherry and vanilla just sinks into the skin in a way that it literally smells like your body, and I think that has a lot to do with it. But this is delicious. I get so many compliments when I wear this. This is, if you like to smell like a snack, but a sexy, sophisticated snack, this one right here is everything. And then my last one from Dossier Perfumes is also inspired by Tom Ford. They recently sent this to me, and I have not been able to put it down. And the only reason I don't have a bigger dent is because you really don't need a lot of this. This is Oriental Tobacco, and it is inspired by Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. And the top notes are tobacco, ginger, and apricot. The heart is honey, vanilla, and cocoa. And the base is tonka, dry fruits, and blonde woods. One of you guys in one of my last fragrance videos said that this smells like Christmas to you, and it does. It immediately, when I sprayed this, when I got this, it made me think of the holidays. And I think it's because of the ginger and the dried fruits in there. The ginger, when I say ginger, don't think a fresh knob of ginger. Think the type of ginger that you would take, ground up ginger, that you would take and put into a gingerbread cookie. That's the ginger that you get in this. And I think that's why I'm getting the honey too, because it really does kind of smell like gingerbread cookies in a way. But it's not a gooey kind of scent. It's more dry, I think, from the cacao, the tonka, those dry fruits. And then you get just like the lightest bit of tobacco. I love the smell of tobacco. Honestly, right now, I'm going to be doing a fall fragrance wish list. And I have really been into tobacco and leather. Those are like the scents that I have really been into. And this, it's not very tobacco forward. It's more so vanilla, ginger, cacao, honey forward. But you get those light notes of that dry tobacco just kind of wafting throughout the fragrance. This lasts forever. It honestly lasts the entire day. I can't wait to wear this out. Like, I genuinely cannot wait to wear this out. So that is Oriental Tobacco from Dossier Perfumes. Again, I will have my link and my code down in the description box below for those of you that want to shop. But out of all of these, I would say the two that you really need to get your hands on are the Tom Ford dupes. You gotta get Oriental Cherry and you gotta get Oriental Tobacco. They are amazing. And I know a lot of people have been saying that they have been mixing their Lost Cherry and their Tobacco Vanille. So I'm about to try that combo with these two and see how it goes. And I will report back. Of Tom Ford. Y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but your girl got a cute little package from Tom Ford. And I was shook. I cannot believe that I got a full bottle of Tom Ford fragrance in my collection. I still have not bit the bullet and purchased my own. There are so many Tom Fords that I want to get. And there's mainly one that I have wanted, God, since I started college. And I will share that with you guys in my fall fragrance wish list. But they sent me their new Ombré leather Parfum. And guys, listen, y'all already know I love to toe the line between masculine and feminine. I'm that type of woman that is not afraid to pick up her man's cologne and rock it, okay? This would smell amazing on a guy, but this also smells phenomenal on me. And I've been wearing it even though it's hot outside, and I feel like it does well in the heat, but I know that it's going to carry so much further in that crisp fall air. This has notes of leather, violet, and cedarwood. Oh my God. It's, y'all, I don't even want to. Guys, it's been a while since I've been this obsessed with a new bottle of fragrance. I haven't really been spending a lot of money on fragrance recently because obviously I have like more important things I have to spend my money on right now. But like, I also haven't been overly compelled to purchase new fragrances. Like, I've really just been enjoying using my collection. I have so many things in my collection that I'm obsessed with, and I kind of didn't want to spoil that with buying a bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I just want to sit and enjoy what I have, which makes it difficult to make new fragrance content because y'all don't always want to see the same stuff in every video. But I've really been just in love with my collection. Like, I'm obsessed with what I have right now. Guys, this is so good. Now, the leather in here is so soft. Like, the leather is so genuine that you can literally feel that soft leather of your skin. Like, think the inside of a brand new leather bag. Guys, it smells amazing. That smell you get when you walk into like a Louis Vuitton store, it gives that. And something about that makes me literally feel like the baddest bitch that ever did live. Like, it makes me feel like such a top-notch badass bitch. The violet in this gives it a sweetness, and the cedarwood in this really grounds the fragrance. So it's not too leathery, it's not too sweet. It's just perfectly blended. This is not, I would not describe this as a warm fragrance. There is a cold nature to this fragrance that I am obsessed with. Guys, this is everything. If you love leather on you, I would highly suggest this for a woman. But also, I feel like if you are looking for a new fragrance for your man, you just want him to smell like, damn, my man smells good, you could also get him this too. It's perfectly unisex. I feel like on me, something about that violet and that leather together makes everything just smell so sexy and confident and like bad bitch. But I also feel like this would smell amazing on a man. But I love it on me. Shout out to Tom Ford for sending this to me. Thank you. Like, that was honestly, like, y'all know how I always say, sometimes you get discouraged on YouTube and then something happens and you're just like, that's my sign to not be discouraged because I am that bitch and I need to remind myself that I am that bitch. Tom Ford pulled up and reminded me that I am that bitch. So I absolutely love this ombre leather. Y'all need to get this in your collection if you love leather fragrances, or if you're a violet lover, like if you really love the violet note in fragrances, you need to check that out because the violet note is prominent but not obnoxious. It's smooth and it just does what needs to be done. I love a good salty, sweet, skin-like fragrance. And the two that I have in my collection, I'm just obsessed with. The first one I'll talk about is Pure Excess. Now, apparently, they have changed the formula on this. I picked this up before that was a thing, so I don't know if it really has changed. The sprayer is very strong. Yeah, this is really beautiful. It's fruity, but as it dries down, that fruit collides into this really sweet, warm, ambery fragrance. I don't even remember the notes that are in this, to be honest, but I want to say there's peach in here. There's some orange blossom in this, if I remember correctly, but there is a popcorn note in this that is definitely prominent on the skin. You're not going to get that popcorn on paper, but you will get it on your skin, and it smells so good. Every time I wear this, I get a compliment. A lot of people ask me, you know, what salty fragrances smell like to me. I love a salt note in a perfume, and to me, it makes the perfume smell more skin-like. Some people don't like that. Some people can't stand salty perfumes. It's just one of those things that you have to try. You're not really going to understand how salty notes develop on your skin until it's on your skin. Y'all, this is definitely like my pick if I want to go fruitier during the fall time. This definitely, for me, is not like a summer, spring perfume. There's something very sexual about this fragrance. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is the salt. But this really just is amped up during the fall time. So Pure Excess is bomb, as well as Olympia Intense. Y'all can see I'm getting a little dent in her, which is hard to do because she's strong. This is Amber Salt and Vanilla. And honestly, I really enjoyed it when I got it, but I think I love it more now than I did when I first bought it. I appreciate it more. The way that this develops on my skin is absolutely delicious. This is that kind of fragrance where it's like you go out and you want people to pay attention to you. And you don't care what kind of attention it is. You just want to get attention. And sometimes that is not a bad thing, okay? This is one of those fragrances that you put on when you want somebody to know, hello, I'm fucking here. This is that fragrance, and I love it. There's something slightly comforting about that salt and vanilla in this, but that amber just takes this fragrance to another place. It's strong, it's bold, it's confident, it's sweet, but not too sweet. This is really beautiful, very sexy. It's not even close to sensual. This is sexy. It is a sexual fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So that is Paco Rabanne Olympia Intense. This guy I have been talking about a lot because I can't believe how much I like it. This is Viktor and Rolf Bonbon Intense Couture. And can you see the dent? I have a pretty decent dent in this bottle. I really enjoy this fragrance. I picked it up when it was hot outside, and that's kind of when I've been using it, but it does well in the summer heat, but this really does give me more like fall and winter vibes, because unlike its original counterpart, you guys know I've been falling for the original Bonbon as well. This one is a deeper, more sensual, salted caramel fragrance. It has those notes of that orange blossom, but it is overtaken by this deep, rich, salty caramel, and it is so sexy. So incredibly sexy. And it gives me fall vibes. Like I have been craving for fall to get here so that I could pull this out and wear it on a crisp day. Like I just want to go out looking hot as hell and put this on. This is definitely one that is going to be a compliment getter. It is very mass appealing. Everyone is going to love this fragrance on you. I can't imagine someone not liking how you smell if you're wearing this, because it smells amazing. It smells phenomenal. There's something so basic about this, but in the best way. Like I would suggest this to anyone over like Black Opium, you know? I feel like this has more character. It also bears a lot of similarities to Jimmy Choo, is it Fever? You guys know that I decluttered that. Fever is good, but this is better. They're too similar for me to have both in my collection, but Bonbon Intense is better than that one for me, because of those deep, rich, salted caramel, sexy skin vibes that Fever does not have. So I absolutely love this. Definitely going to be rocking this a lot this fall. One right here, I hauled recently and I haven't worn it a lot. I haven't worn it as much as I thought I would. I think part of that is because this does kind of give me work vibes, like everyday work vibes, but I stopped clocking in to a job every day. And I have just I've basically been working from home and reevaluating what I want to do, my career and all that good stuff. And, you know, elevating myself on here in the meantime. It's opened up a lot of doors for me, so I'm not disappointed. But I think that's part of the reason why I didn't, haven't worn this as much, because I got this as a treat to myself for getting a new job that actually never ended up happening. If you've been following me, you know all about that situation. So this is Chloe Nomad Absolute de Parfum. And I really enjoy the original, but I remember getting this in a Sephora. I'm not going to spray this because it's so different from everything else on this table. I got this in a Sephora order as a sample, and I used up that sample so quick. I fell in love with it. This is a really beautiful Mirabelle Plum and Oak Moss fragrance. There's Mirabelle Plum, I think there's Oak Moss and Cedar in here as well. This one is more balsamic, more syrupy than the original. It's more dense, a little bit more thick, but it is so classy. Like, this is like the kind of like, you know, the working woman who has that job where she has to go to like different sites and like make appearances, and she has to be like really put together, but she also wants to smell like a bad bitch. But, you know, she still got to go to, like, different schools and talk to kids and stuff. Like, just that kind of thing, you know? I don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense. It makes sense to me, though. But this is so beautiful. That Mirabelle Plum is just, it's sweet and thick and decadent. But that Oak Moss and Cedar really just bring this fragrance back down to earth. There is something so elegant about this. This fragrance lasts so beautifully on the skin. This is definitely the perfect signature fragrance. If you're looking for something to just be like your one fragrance, this can definitely be a signature. Something that you could wear every day. It works in the spring and the summer, but this is definitely more syrupy, more thick, more dense, and I think more people will be able to get use out of it and appreciate it as their everyday fragrance during the fall and winter. So if you're looking for a good everyday fall office fragrance, try Nomad Absolute de Parfum. This has become my baby. YSL Libre Intense. Guys, if you don't have this, this is everything. I love it. You can see she's been working on it. I have been really enjoying this fragrance. This is amber, vanilla, and lavender. I like the original, but I love this one. Absolutely love this one. It is sweeter, it is more vanillic than the original. This is a strong fragrance, and it works in the fall and winter, but it definitely, for me, it works in the spring and summer, but it definitely for me has those fall and winter vibes, because it is a very dense, thick fragrance. This, you guys know I love my Montblanc. That is another lavender and vanilla fragrance, but that one is more so flirty. It has a little bit of like a nectarish vibe from those fruity notes in it. It is very feminine. This one to me is definitely more on that androgynous side. It's not as polite and feminine as Montblanc, and I love it. It's a more daring take on a lavender and vanilla fragrance. Guys, this is everything. I would say there was a good month and a half during the springtime when it was still nice and crisp, where I was mixing this and Ambery Saffron, my dupe of Baccarat Rouge 540. Those two together, or if you have Baccarat in this, mix those two together. I'm telling you, you will smell amazing. I don't know why they work so well together, but they do. So I absolutely love this. I love pulling this out and wearing it. It's one of those fragrances that I crave wearing. truthfully. Okay, let's talk about Killian. I have been obsessed with this fragrance. I wear it a lot at night because I find there to be something very comforting about this fragrance, but it's also like very sexy. That is Killian Angel Share. This is from their Liqueurs collection, and I absolutely love it. I truthfully don't even remember what what all of the notes in this are. I know there's some cognac in here. I know there's some woody notes in this. And I believe some spices as well. But to me, this smells like a warm apple pie filling. It doesn't have those bready notes that you would get, you know, in an apple pie. But it has that like pure apple pie, like cinnamon, slightly tart, but very sweet, a little vanillic, kind of like cooked down with some cognac. Like, this is so beautiful. I don't know. I feel like it got a lot of hype, and then I feel like a lot of people just didn't understand this fragrance, and then they stopped talking about it. But this is everything. I know my girl Takara Thompson here. I think she said she has already gone through her first bottle. They finally came out with the refills of this, so I don't have to buy another bottle when I finish it. I can just buy the refill. I love that Killian does that. Like, I wish every brand would just give me refills because it's not like I destroy the bottle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might as well just keep the bottle unless something happens to it. But y'all, this is beautiful. It is just so warm and sweet. I love pairing this with a lot of my different warm and sweet gourmand body butters and lotions and stuff like that. This is just boozy, sweet, spicy. I love it. It's everything. So I'm going to be wearing this a lot. Y'all can already see I have a decent dent on that too. And then let's talk about Montal. I picked this up, I think, for my birthday last year. It was hard for me to find this, and I really don't know why. But I finally got my hands on it. I think I purchased it on like either Saks or Neiman's or something like that. And this is Montal Ristretto Intense Cafe. I love this way more than the original Intense Cafe. Y'all know. You guys know that I am obsessed with coffee scents, right? I feel like coffee fragrances are those types of fragrances where people I don't feel like it's something that really attracts men, essentially. Like, most guys I talk to have no interest in their woman smelling like coffee, but I love it, and so I wear it because I love it. This has notes of coffee, rose, caramel, some vanilla in there. The rose is the most prominent note in this, but in the Ristretto, that coffee is amped up. And you get more of that deep coffee and caramel as opposed to the original where you have like 2 seconds of coffee and then it's just rose. This is beautiful. I actually get a lot of compliments when I wear this, but I get compliments from women. I don't really get compliments from men when I wear this. There are certain fragrances in my collection that I just don't get compliments from men, and I'm fine with that because I live to please myself, you know? But I do get a lot of compliments from other women on this fragrance. Every time I wear this, other women tell me that I smell absolutely beautiful. This is so good. If you love a coffee fragrance, don't get the original, get the Ristretto, even though it's a little bit more difficult to find. I want to get more Montals in my collection because I actually really like the Montal DNA. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I really want to get Chocolate Greedy. And there's another one, Vanilla. Is it Exclusive? Something like that. I'm not sure, but I want it. Let's talk about Commodity real quick because they just relaunched and I am super duper excited because they have really just switched up the game when it comes to how they do their fragrances. And so now for a lot of their like signature fragrances, you can get them at 3 different strengths. So you can get one that's supposed to be more close to the skin and personal, one that's, you know, more of like that standard formulation, and the other one is like bold, so it's going to be more intensified. I definitely want to get the bold version of this fragrance. This is Velvet from Commodity. Guys, this is rose on a whole different level. This is beautiful. This is rose There's actually some coconut in here, more of like a toasted coconut. There's roasted almond in here, which I get a lot of. I get a lot of that roasted almond and rose. There's a little bit of cacao in here. This is so cozy. My only gripe with this fragrance is that it doesn't project as much as it could, but I still love it. This is a great Netflix and chill fragrance. I think this would be great for a date night. It's just so sexy and smooth and nutty, but it still has that beautiful quality of the rose. I love rose fragrances. This is definitely a unique one in my collection. It doesn't smell like anything else I own. I love this so much. I definitely have to get the bold version because if I can get more projection and longevity from Velvet, then you won't be able to tell me shit. I think I'm going to make my scent of the day. This is Fève Délicieuse from Christian Dior, and you guys know I absolutely love this fragrance. I went on a manhunt to get myself a big bottle, and then I guess enough people complained to where they just decided to keep it, you know? It's weird the way like a lot of these fragrance houses do, especially these private lines and stuff, because I feel like Lancôme is all but doing away with their private collection unless they're going to do like Guerlain did and repackage and expand. Armani Privé has gotten rid of a lot of their Privé fragrances, but they're available in other countries. Like it don't make no sense. If people like it and they're enjoying it, then just make it so we can get it. Damn. But I love Fève Délicieuse. This is one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection, y'all. This right here is one of the most complex, beautiful gourmands ever. I love this so much. This has lavender and bergamot in the top, which give this more like a herbal, very like an herbaceous opening, right? Very bright in the opening, but it dries down into this mixture of sour cherry and cacao. There's tonka and vanilla. There's caramel and praline. The beauty of this is in the dry down, even though I actually am one of the few people that absolutely loves the opening. I love the lavender and the bergamot in the opening because it just gives you this bright, slightly powdery composition that you don't expect in a fragrance like this. It's different. It's not what you would expect, and I love that. It's just stunning. And I will tell you guys, for something that is so different, because this is not the type of fragrance that I would expect men to compliment me on, but men love this fragrance. If I really am trying to get noticed, or if I ever wanted a sugar daddy, because it seems like a lot of men with lots of money seem to really like this fragrance on me. Don't know why. Your girl be getting deals at the ABC store coming in smelling all good though. I mean, you're gonna give me some liquor, I'll take it. But yeah, it's just so herbaceous but still sweet. It's powdery. It's so warm. There's something almost comforting about it. And whenever someone compliments me, it's kind of like that, someone smells really good. Like, oh my God, is that you? Like, you smell like vanilla and chocolate and caramel. And oh my God, what are you wearing? It's those kinds of compliments. It stops people in their tracks. And I love this so much. So happy to have a full bottle. I have a few others that I really want to get my hands on from the Dior Private Blend collection. But I'm so happy that this is my first because it is just absolutely stunning. One of my top gourmands of all time. And then speaking of gourmands, we got to talk about Maison Lancôme. Let's talk about this one because I picked this up. This was actually my first Maison Lancôme purchase, right? And nobody was talking about it, and I love the note structure, but nobody talked about it. This is a very strong fragrance, and I feel like some people may get turned off by it because it does have aldehydes, but I have been wearing this a lot since the weather started turning cold. And when I tell y'all the compliments I've been getting, I don't remember getting compliments like this when I first bought this. And I think it has kind of sweetened up. But I shared this with you guys on IG and I told y'all, my mom smelled this on me and was like, you just came downstairs smelling like a whole bag of gourmet marshmallows. Like, I was literally at the steps. She was in the kitchen and she was telling me how good I smelled. And it is Parfait de Roses from Maison Lancôme. Now, much like everything else it seems like Maison Lancôme has made, I'm pretty sure that they have discontinued this, like a lot of the others. If I've happened to see it come up on any discounter websites, I will let you guys know, because I feel like this fragrance is so slept on. Nobody talks about it, and I'm mad that more of you guys can't get it. This, of course, is centered around that rose centifolia. This is a very sweet, balsamic, but still powdery rose. So this has that rose in there. There's some aldehydes in there. I think there's also rose liqueur. So it's a little boozy, a little powdery, but this really does smell like, imagine if you went to like a really cute like bake shop or cafe and they had those really thick chunks of homemade marshmallows and they had like rose water and strawberry flavored marshmallows, gourmet marshmallows dusted with powdered sugar. To me, that's what this smells like. And I used to think that this was a spring fragrance, but it's too strong. It's too balsamic to be worn in the spring. This needs that heavily crisp, cool air. So this really does shine for me in the fall and winter. I think this has kind of sweetened up. The vanilla in this comes out a little bit more than it did when I first purchased it. This is so good, y'all. And I just never expected to put this fragrance on and watch the amount of compliments that I get. Like, I have been getting so many compliments with this fragrance. It is absolutely stunning. If you happen to see it on a discounter or you come across somebody that you trust that is selling this, get it. Like, if you love marshmallowy, powdery fragrances, this does have aldehydes in it, so there is a little bit of that vintage vibe on your skin, but it's not too much. You're not going to smell like Chanel, you know? It's aldehydic in the best way possible, and it's hard for me to explain, but if you happen to get your hands on this, just do it. Just do it. If you find it, get it. It's beautiful. And like I said, I cannot believe the compliments that I have gotten on this. That rose DNA is just beautiful. And that powdery, marshmallowy quality just makes it so feminine and soft and sexy. And then last but not least, y'all, this is the one that be having all the boxes dropping, okay? It's not a panty dropper, it's a boxer dropper. That does not sound as cute as a panty dropper, but what can we do? Lancôme Oud Bouquet, it's talked about so much for a reason. This has quite a few different woody notes. There is rose, praline, and oud in this. And that is a sweet, sensual, it's just sweet, sexy, a little smoky from the oud in this. This is another one that I get so many compliments on, and surprisingly, my mom really loves when I wear this. Like, I'll put it on and I come downstairs and she's just like, oh girl, you smelling good today. Like, you about to get a man today. My mom be hyping me up. Listen, when I start dating again, my mom ain't gonna know what to do. She gonna be like, is he cute? Does he compliment you? Listen, everybody ready for me to date but me. But when I do, she's gonna be smelling amazing. Better believe. Guys, this is just so good. And even though I did have a horrible time with the customer service with Lancôme, a lot of times they run sales that are so good that you can't not pick these up, because I I think when I got the Parfait de Roses, I paid like $130 for that, and that runs almost $300, or it ran almost $300 when I purchased it. So I got a really great deal on that. So it honestly, it's worth dealing with the shitty customer service if you can get a good deal on it. But this is everything. You can usually find it for a discount during a friends and family. I feel like Lancome stay having friends or family discounts. But this is so good, guys. It's sweet, smoky, rosy in all the best ways possible. I do have Shahaf Oud, and I do like it, but it just is not, the quality is not what this is. It just isn't. The oud in this is, honestly, you can tell that the oud in that is synthetic compared to the oud in this. And I'll just put it that way. The oud in this is so smoky yet smooth and very rich smelling. And the oud in that one, I have to mix it with something else for the oud to not be so screechy. And then otherwise, it's a great fragrance and a great dupe. But I would just tell you guys, honestly, get the real thing. It's amazing. And you will get more attention than you probably have ever had in your entire life when you wear this. Just saying. Okay, guys, that is it for my fall fragrance edit. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Y'all know I love me some fall. Let me know what fragrance in this video is your favorite, and what fragrances do you have your eye on for the fall and winter. I will have my fall fragrance wish list up soon, as well as some other really fun fragrance videos for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.